as I mentioned, I'm not a scientist. I'm a teacher, so I'd like to make clear for you the real meaning of ecology. What's the essence of this theory, of this topic? Some principles. I'm going to speak about 5 main principles. Let's start. First, I like very much to look for the etymology of the words, because it can help me to understand the real meaning of the word. Eco, what does eco mean? What does logy mean? There are Greek words, Greek, eco, and logy too. Eco means oikos, is the original form of this word, oikos. House, housekeeping, family, farm, farming, home, homeland, church. So it has a lot of meanings, the oikos. Where people can be together in a family, in the church, in a game. That's the meaning of oikos. In English, eco, magyarul öko, in Hungarian, öko. Logos, science, intellect, mind, theory. So, ecology home economics for the wife, for my wife, home economics. Earth economics, how we can manage the whole planet. It's similar to the work of a wife, how to keep a house economics, but a bigger scale. Science of coexisting. I would like to speak about this meaning, coexisting, because ecology it means that how can be the things, how they can exist on the earth in the same time together, the life thing, living things and non-living things coexisting. Living creatures together, from the very, very little bacteria up to the lion. They have different roles in the system, but they need the others. Plus the non-living things. We coexist. If I'm a bacteria, I coexist with water, with sun, with air, with soil, with vulture, with beetles, and so on. It's a huge system, ecosystem, living and non-living things together. It's a wonderful meadow with hundreds of beautiful flowers and with hundreds of non-visible plants. So, in a rich meadow, there are a lot of hundreds of plants, a lot of thousands of microbes. Earth, each equal thousands of ecosystems together. How we can do our being together? How we can counter effects? How we can manage the counter effects between bacteria and the sun and so on. Ecosystems, systems, it's important, this word, systems. Second principle, there is no independency in the world. Not only in the nature, in the world, there is no independency. There is no independent thing, independent beings, all the world. You cannot say, I'm independent. But you can say it partly. Limited, in a limited form, you can independent. And it is true for a simple living things, and it is true for a family, for a country. Hungary can't be absolutely independent. It has no sense. The absolute independency, because the life and the earth is a web, is a huge web, world wide web, but not in the meaning of internet, but in the first meaning of this word, the huge world wide web. Everything connects to everything. That's what I want to interpret now. Everything connects to everything. Let's look at the story. What's the connection between the coal, what we are burning for getting energy, coal, and the silent forest? What's the steps between these two? Let's look at how they are connected. Coal contains sulfur. Sulfur S. Do you know? It's a chemical element, sulfur. Cane. Sulfur. The coals usually contain sulfur, but in different level. If coal contains sulfur and we burn this coal, it produces SO2 or SO3, and with water it makes acid, sulfuric acid. So, acid rain. Soil gets acidic because of the acid rain. The pH, do you understand pH? pH, it's the level of acidic or basic. Acidicity or basic. pH. The pH goes down.
So if it goes down, that means that it gets more acidic.
Yeah. It's a scale from 1 to 14, and 1 means the very, very strong acids. And if the pH goes up to 3, 4, 3, it means that it's weaken the acidity. And if we reach 7, it's neutral. And if we go toward 8, 9, 10, it means stronger and stronger basic. Lugos. So soil gets acidic. I'm not sure whether you understand the fungi. Mushrooms, but not only the mushrooms with heads or caps, but there are.
It's on a bread when it's old.
Bread?
Which is also on a bread or a fruit.
Yeah.
When what is in
Yes, the yeast. The yeast.
Talking about mold. Yeah, mold.
Gombák.
Gomba.
Csak a penész gombákra is, hogy
Penicillin and the yeast, which we use for bread, is a fungus too, mushroom. So, in the soil, there is a very, very huge web of fungus. Pine trees dry out because of acidic. Why? Pines have mycorrhiza. Myco is the mushroom. Myco. Rhiza, root. Mycorrhiza is that a lot of species, plants, including trees or small plants, lose the capillary root. There's a strong root, the main root, side roots, side roots, and finally there are very, very tiny roots, like our hair. And these very tiny roots get the water and the solvated things, minerals from the soil. So some trees don't have capillary root. In the evolution, they lost everything. Lost. They lost. In the evolution, they lost the capillary root, but instead of capillary root, there are fungus. Fungi, and the soil fungus is very, very sensible for the pH. They can work well only in a quite narrow range of pH. And if the pH goes up or down, and pH leaves this range, this fungus kaput. So, if the soil acidic, the fungus die, and the pine cannot get any water or minerals from the soil. Pine trees dry out. There are very, very not beautiful butterfly, not beautiful butterfly, but very, very strong moths. Small. I don't know whether the moths are a special butterfly or another group. I don't know. No, you know the moth in your ruhatárban, ahol a kabátokat őrizzük.
Yes, and the coat, the coat room. So the moths, they are also in the coats.
Do you know this?
Yes.
No? A ruha moly.
Yeah, the cloth moth.
Or when you have the food, you also have a sample of the food.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
Yes.
The larva of this moth is eating the material of clothes.
Of our clothes.
Yeah. There are another moth in the nature which is specialized for the pine. Because the larva of this pine moth is living on the materials of pine. But if the pine dried, this pine moth cannot eat anything. So pine moths extinct. Robins don't nest because they eat the pine moth. If there is no pine moth, robin goes to another forest. Silent forest. That's the story. What is the connection? The sulfur in the coal and the music and the birds' song in the forest. It's a very, very important saying of the environmentalists. You can never do a single thing. Because anything you done, it causes a lot of outcomes. And the next important principle is diversity. Biodiversity. There is huge diversity of species. 15 million species. It's not a correct number.
It's
estimation. So the biggest part of this round is the insects. But because of human actions, 3 species extinct per hour. So amíg én itt beszélek, az alatt legalább 3 faj kipusztult a Föld felszínen.
So meanwhile we are listening to this lecture, 3 species go extinct just during this lecture, but during this whole week, quite a lot you can count.
Föltehetően olyanok is, amelyeket még nem is ismerünk.
Some of them we don't even know yet, so they go extinct without getting to know them.
Mikor a 15 millió fajból körülbelül 2-3 milliót ismerünk.
Because we only know 2 or 3 million out of these 15 million different species.
Diversity of individuals. It's not a surprise that there is no perfectly the same people in the world. Régen, amikor kínaiak először jöttek Magyarországra, azt hittem, hogy azok mindegyformák.
When Chinese people first arrived to Hungary, András said that he believed that all of them are the same. They really look the same.
Valóban kisebb a különbség közöttük, mint a fehér nagyroszban, de akkor is minden kínai más.
Well, yeah, maybe the diversity between them is a little bit smaller than in the white race, but actually they are different.
Mindenki tudja, hogy az ő kutyája az egy unikum az.
Yeah, all of us knows that if it's your dog, that's a unique dog.
De nincs két egyforma szúnyog.
But there are no same mosquitoes either. I don't believe that.
That's true. And there is no the same blade of grass in the world. There is no same snow flakes in the world. So, egy hegyben télen millió és millió hópehely hullik le egy pillanat alatt, mindegyik más.
So during winter in a mountain, it's millions and millions snowflakes falling in one moment, and actually all of these millions are different.
Tehát a sokféleség, a diverzitás az egy alapelv a természetben.
So diversity is a very basic principle of nature.
Diversity of ecosystems. You can follow?
Yes. What is deciduous forest?
Sorry? What?
Deciduous. That's the
Lompulato.
yeah. So deciduous forest is the one that we have around, so that falling leaves, so that are leaving the leaves.
Like these ones.
And marsh. And third word?
What is marsh?
Marsh?
Meadow.
No.
Ez a marsh.
Az a vizes mocsár.
You know, it's watery, meadowy, warm swamp, yeah.
So, water, and when you step, you don't pass
Diversity within ecosystem. Itt a rétünk. Mi? Szóval egy rét több ezer lény együttese.
So one little meadow is a cohabitat of several thousands of different species.
És nincs köztük abszolút független.
And a lot of individuals, and all of them are none of them are independent, so they are codependent on each other.
Fourth principle, the cycles. In the nature, cycle. There are cycles. Water cycles. You know it. Organic cycles. Do you understand this word? Carbon cycle. A levegőben van széndioxid.
Shall I translate? Okay, so in the air there is carbon dioxide.
A fotoszintézisnek az a lényege, hogy a széndioxidból cukor lesz.
So during photosynthesis, the leaves are producing sugar from carbon dioxide.
Ez átalakul fehérjévé, olajjá, zsírrá.
So this will be changed into oil, fat, protein.
Protein, fat,
Oil, yeah.
oil, and protein.
Yeah, protein, yeah.
Protein. És a lebontáskor ebből egy acetil csoport lesz.
And when it breaks down, it becomes a group of acetyls.
Ez az ecet savnak, az ecetnek a lényeg, az ecetnek a csoportja.
Vinegar. You know what vinegar? So this is the vinegar acidic things.
De amikor a sejten belül energiatermelés folyik, akkor a sejt lebontja az olajat az acetil csoportra.
So when in your cells, when the cells are making energy, what happens is that the oils and fats are broken down into acidic acids. Yes.
És ezek végül is oxidálódnak széndioxiddá.
And after that, they are just getting oxidated into carbon dioxide again.
Ekkor szabadul fel az energia.
And that's the process when the energy is relieved. And then you are just breathing out. És azután kilélegzed, nem?
Igen. Igen. Igen.
Kilélegzed a széndioxidot. So breathing out the carbon dioxide.
This we feel also when we do many movements and with muscles, and after that we feel pain, you know, because of this.
Actually, yes. So this pain after moving, a lot of moving, it's because of the lactic acid or something like that. But maybe there are some PE. Yes, some experts here, so you know me better. Yes.
Tehát ugye világos, hogy a cukor az lényegében konzervált napenergia.
So it has to be clear that the sugar is nothing else than conservated solar energy. Sorry? So it's healthy. But we are not meeting processed sugar.
So it's healthy?
So it's healthy. Yes.
Absolutely.
So when you are eating sugar, you know that you are eating solar energy. So very nice.
Chocolate is the sun, actually.
Chocolate is the sun.
But,
Chocolate is
but health is not equal with important.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay. There is no circles in the human industry. It's the main difference between the nature processes of nature and the human doings. Do you know bauxite? Bauxite. It's a mineral of aluminum. From a natural thing, bauxite, become waste. There's no circle. It's a linear process. That's the trouble. About cycles, negative feedback. Level of carbon dioxide in the air increasing. It's a situation. It's increasing. Valamiért, nem tudom miért.
There are a lot of reasons. Yeah.
Intensity of photosynthesis gets higher too, because there is the carbon dioxide. A fotoszintézisben ugye a levegőből kivonjuk a széndioxidot.
Yes, so it means that a carbon dioxide is removed from the air into leaves.
Tehát fokozódik a széndioxid kivonása.
So it will be, if the intensity of photosynthesis is increasing, that means that there will be a growing amount of carbon dioxide removed.
Vagyis a levegő széndioxid szintjének az emelkedése végső soron olyan hatást vált ki, hogy a széndioxid szint csökkenjen.
So by the end, although the first time the carbon dioxide increased, the whole circle means that it will be decreased after a while.
Ezért negatív, mert a kezdődő változással ellentétes a végső hatás.
And that's why it's called negative feedback, because with the original change that is growing will be changed into negative, into decreasing.
Vagyis a fekete elterjed,
So when the black get how to say, so it gets
More and more.
spread more and more, yes.
and it warms up the planet.
Yeah.
Temperature is getting higher. Temperature getting higher. De később a fekete már túlmelegszik.
But after a while it will be too warm for the black one.
És ezért elkezd csökkenni.
And that's why its number starts to decrease.
Ez már neki nem jó. A fehérnek jó a meleg.
Yeah, but sometimes, for the white, it's good. The warm is good for her, so they are increasing in numbers.
Tehát elszaporodik a fehér, és hűti a földet.
And that's why now the earth will be cooled because there will be more of the white ones.
Mert a beérkező sugárzás nagy részét visszaveri a világűrbe.
Because white is mirroring back, reflect back the solar radiation.
Vagyis most csökken a föld hőmérséklete.
That means that the earth temperature will decrease now.
De most, hogy hideg a föld, ez most jó a feketének.
Yeah, but when the earth is cool, it's very good for the black one again.
És a fehér pedig túl hűrös, kipusztul.
So for the white it's not good, it will just get extinct, but the black one will just feel very well.
És kezdődik a kör előről.
And it starts again, this whole circle.
Vagyis ez egy szimbolikus példája annak, hogy egy egyszerű biológiai rendszer képes önszabályozásra.
So this is a symbolic example that a biological system can önszabályozás.
Self-regulation.
Self-regulate.
Jó. 5. alapelv az egyensúly.
So the equilibrium is the fifth principle.
A természetben a harc és a szimbiózis egyszerre van.
There is struggle and also symbiotic relationships at the same time in the nature.
Komplementárisan.
They are complementary.
Nézzünk példákat.
Let's have a look at some examples.
Probably you know Owl and Mouse, but I'm not sure you know the Viscum album.
Mistletoe.
The berry of mistletoe is yellow or white.
Mistletoe, the fruit is white.
Fruit is white.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ez az, igen. Pardon.
So this is that, yes.
It lives on oak, mainly on oak.
But it's a parasitic.
Parasite.
If you didn't know that mistletoe is parasitic.
Angliában a szürke mókus lassan kiszorítja a vörös mókus.
In the UK, in England, the grey squirrel already pushes out the red squirrel, that is the native species over there.
The grey squirrels come from America. But at the other side, lichen is a composite living thing, alga and fungi. Do you know lichen?
The zuzmo.
Lichen, zuzmo.
Zuzmo.
Lichen. Small dots on rocks or on the bark of trees. Green, yellow, gray dots. Két élő lénynek az együttese,
So they are living together symbiotically.
amelyek már nem léteznek egymás nélkül.
They cannot live without each other, so they just exist together.
A másik példa a zsája, szálvia, és a bombus, szálvia, bombus.
Bumblebee, isn't it? As a postmate.
Postmate, igen.
Bumblebee, so this is the bumblebee and with this flower. Yeah.
A bombus keresi a nektárt, azon él, de közben rácsapódik a hátára a porzó, és oda tapad a virágporra.
So the bumblebee is going into the flower to get the nectarine, and but meanwhile the flower will just pollinate, put the pollens on the back of the bumblebee.
Itt van a portok,
Over
a
there.
pollenzok. És akkor megy a következő virágra,
And then the bumblebee is going to the other
akkor
flower,
rákeni a virágport annak a bibéjére.
and then the pollen will be just put on the other
Female.
side.
The female.
The
part.
female part of the flower.
Ha nem lenne dongó, poszmék, akkor kihalna a zsája.
So without a bumblebee, this kind of flower would just go extinct.
Ha nem lenne zsája, akkor éhen halna a dongó.
Well, without this kind of flower, bumblebees would go extinct.
Tehát az evolúció során ezek egymáshoz fejlődtek.
So they evolved into a symbiotic relationship.
A bélflóránk, ugye a belünkben rengeteg baktérium él.
But there are a lot of bacteria in our intestines.
100-nál több baktériumfaj él a bélcsatornánkban.
There are more than 100 of different kind of bacteria in our bodies.
És aki beteg, és annak meggyengül a bélflórája, akinek meggyengül a bélflórája, az beteg lesz.
So if your intestine system gets weaker, then you get sick.
Ma már tudjuk azt, hogy még bizonyos idegrendszeri zavarok, elmebetegségek is összefüggésben vannak a bélflórával.
Now today we already know that even mental illnesses are just very much connected with intestinal flora. Yeah.
Vagyis az ember nem létezne bélbaktériumok nélkül.
So we cannot live without our bacteria. We are in symbiosis with them.
Ráadásul a bőrünk is tele van baktériumokkal.
Even our skin is full with bacteria.
Szintén 100-nál több faj él az én bőrömön.
There are more than 100 species on our skins.
És a világon nincs még egy olyan ember, akinek pont ugyanolyan legyen a bőrén a baktériumflóra, mint az enyém.
And there are no other person on earth who has the same kind of bacteria on their skins. So the bacterial flora on my skin is just different from any other person.
Tehát az új lenyomat helyett baktérium lenyomatot is lehet.
So we could use, instead of fingerprints, we could use the bacteria prints of each people.
Nézzük az arányt. A baktériumok közül szimbiontak körülbelül a fele, 40%.
So 40% of bacteria are symbiotic.
40%.
40.
50% ami semleges.
50% of bacteria are neutral.
Se pozitív, se negatív. Nem.
No positive, no negative effect.
És 5%-a a baktériumfajoknak, ami patogén.
And only 5% of bacteria are pathogen, so they are causing illnesses.
És mégis, ha valakitől megkérdezik az utcán, hogy mit gondol a baktériumokról, akkor azonnal a betegségekre gondol.
And still, if you are asked, what do you think about bacteria, and if you ask on the street people about bacteria, they will think about sicknesses and illnesses.
Vagyis ez az áró gondolatom.
So this is the closing idea.
Ez az egyensúly jellemző a természetre.
So this kind of equilibrium balance is very typical in nature.
Tehát ha valaki csak azt hangsúlyozza, hogy az élet, a természet az struggle for life,
so if you really just think about that nature is about struggle for life,
akkor ez csak a valóság egyik oldala.
so this is just one part of reality.
Köszönöm szépen, ez az ökológia lényege.
So that's the real meaning of ecology.